Okay, so Joseph Staten, yeah, he's involved, that's cool. So after reach shipped, I became a Halo fan, cheering on 343 from the sidelines. But I've spent the last 4 months immersing myself back into the Halo universe, and it's my honour as creative director to help our team ship Halo Infinite in fall 2021.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god!
Ultimate Halo.
Well, that's disappointing, but you know what? Well, as I'm sure you can all imagine, and probably share the same frustration in a lot of ways, that's quite disappointing that it's coming out in fall. I'm extremely happy that 343 are taking the time out to really get this game right, and that's all I want, ultimately, excuse the pun. But at the same time, I've been making content on this for a long time, so naturally, I'm going to be disappointed. But hey ho, I support 343 without a doubt. But in the Halo Infinite December update, it's quite interesting. We saw a lot in terms of customization, about the fidelity of the game, but there are a lot of things that I don't think everybody's picked up on. And some of these things I'm going to go over are the armor customization for Halo Infinite. Now forgive me, some of these may have been in previous Halo games such as Halo Reach, but the term new, we're going to class new compared to Halo 5 or Halo 4, for example. So if you look back historically, some of these features will appear, but these are new for Halo Infinite compared to the last game. So the first one on this list is the visor patterns. Now, not colours, visor patterns. Now, we saw in the Halo Infinite update that there were various Spartans, and they all look fantastic, I would like to note, because I think they are peak Halo design, if you ask me. They are a perfect evolution of what Bungie's designs did, while still interpreting and incorporating some of 343's design philosophies. But if you look at this Spartan, the Splinter armor, you can see that they have a slightly different visor, and not just in terms of colour, because I appreciate this is green, but it's actually dotted. It's all round circles on the Spartan's visor. And if you compare this to all of the other Spartan visors on this list, you can see that it's absolutely different. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Spartan visor patterns are going to be a thing. I'm not sure how far you can go with this. You can have hexagonal patterns, plane patterns, round dots, maybe triangles. Who knows? But I don't know how far exactly you can take it. But I'm eagerly excited to really see where they go with this, because I think it's a great new simple feature that's just going to add to the new layers of design and customization possibilities for players. So the next new feature, and I think this is a pretty big thing, this is still yet to be fully confirmed how it actually ties into the armor, or if it's individual to the Spartan and the player's choice. But as you can see on this High Scorpion Punch armor, the undersuit is very much different to all of the other undersuits in this list. Now, it's very much a stitched fiber kind of material. That's the only way I really know how to describe it. I apologise, I'm not much of a textiles expert, unfortunately. But I think this is just another great way to add a new layer of customization, and hopefully we can get many others. So there's, so far as we can see, there's this version, there's a very plain matte material version. We could have maybe, I know players don't like coloured undersuits, and that's been a big thing over the years. But why not let people colour them? Maybe just to a dark tint of a colour, and then it doesn't look as obvious. I don't think that would be as egregious, and still, it's the player's choice on how they want to look, if you ask me. You may disagree with me, and I still agree that black undersuits look better, but still. So for those textiles experts out there, let me know what other materials we could have, because I'm open to ideas for this. I think this is an awesome idea. Now this one does link into armor coatings, and we're not going to go too much over that, but it's clear now with armor coatings that individual pieces of the armor colour can be changed, or at least put in a preset by 343 Industries. And I know that's going to rattle a lot of cages, and to be honest with you, I'd rather change my own colours rather than have presets. I'd rather just have a texture of my armor, but we're still yet to know a lot exactly how this system works. So I say we just need to be patient in that regard and just hold out. But it does seem like there will be different variations. As you can see on the same Spartan here, one arm is red, whilst the rest of the body, excluding a decal at the top, is red as well. So everything else is different coloured. So I think that's a really interesting way they could improve on the customization for colours for Spartans. Let the player change individual colours of their Spartans rather than just have 343 give us set presets. So this is what I was trying to caveat earlier, and I appreciate it's not grand spanking new, but it's new compared to the past couple of Halo games, and this is utilities. Now, as you can see on a lot of these Spartans on the screen now, there are utilities on each Spartan's thigh. Now, there's no actual use case for these gameplay wise, I wouldn't imagine, but I still think it's a cool detail nonetheless, and it would be great to see some wrist utilities, much like in Halo Reach had as well. This is one I'd like to see more of though, because in Halo Reach there was a very restricted amount of utilities for the player to use. I think they were great, but there maybe wasn't enough for the player's liking. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think would be the best utility? What would you like to see on your Spartan's thigh, or maybe anywhere else in the body? And, well, maybe not anywhere else, but you get my point. Lastly on this list, we're actually going to go back to the initial Spartan with the visor texture. Now, as you can see on screen, this Spartan has a different coating. I know we talked about coatings earlier, but it's not just a coating in itself, it is a pattern. So hopefully this is something we can implement. Now, what I would like to see from this in the future of the game is to be able to change each individual colour of the camouflage. So each little hexagonal or triangle bit on the armour should be changed, if you ask me, and I don't think presets should happen with this kind of stuff, because when you think about it, presets can just be changed. They can have this exact same camo, but they can just change the colour and call it a new coating and call it a day. Now, I know that's an easy job for them, but it's kind of taking the expression out of it for the player. If I could have this design, this camouflage, and change it to my own colour, then that's my own personalisation. I think that's the best route to go down. But still, this is a new feature, this is a new thing that we haven't seen before, so hopefully you guys are on board with that. And also on this Spartan as well, we can see the utilities, which is another nice touch. So this is all from this video, to be quite honest. There wasn't too much in terms of the customization that they went into from what we saw from the images, but I will be making more videos in the coming days and weeks about my just raw thoughts about certain elements of the update. Overall, I am extremely happy, and it ended on quite a bittersweet note, but it was definitely what I needed to hear, especially with knowing there's going to be a long wait ahead. But flighting will hopefully help alleviate some of that waiting and impatience, because it's been a long time, let's put it that way. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, my name is Fletch, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.